all-star team up for a while. I told you, we're not talking about my team for very long. Okay, but this one, there's like park cards involve a player, all these types of things. So I don't know for sure, but that kind of does scare me because park was a triple threat in my team park. So you get to see the first look of the new lighting that they were talking about, by the way, that we're hopefully going to get in our My City Park or whatever they call it. So I just wanted to show that to you guys as well. And we also seen a Victor Wembanyama 7'4" build. 25 speed, 25 agility, 25 speed with ball. I think a lot of people are overreacting to 1 inch difference. Like now you can make 7'4" in the park. And they're like, oh my God. In some places, like a 7'4" post scorer on a 1v1 court is probably safe about my team. Okay, I just want to tell you guys things that I thought could translate over into the park, possibly, plus, 1 or 2 other things that are just, I thought was interesting news. Okay. So, J-Mac, everybody has been talking about the builder for 2K26, how it's probably similar, or they're breaking down builds and showing you comparisons. Well, J-Mac made this very interesting video. We showed him in the last one as well. Big builds got buffed, and small builds got nerfed in 2K26.
Money's always costing money. But when you get the Cash App card and direct deposit at least $300 each month, you're good. In this economy, we can waive that ATM fee. And when distractions happen, then all of a sudden, you've overdrafted.
Hey, bro, you're good.
You're good. We can give you free overdraft coverage too. And even when your goals feel a million miles away, your savings are still working for you with 4% interest.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now, let's just play the first 2 clips combined together I got for you guys where he's showing 2 different 6'2", and I will be right back.
And the 75 vertical. Now you see, I still have attributes open up to be able to use for NBA 2K25, but the NBA 2K26, you see that this is a 99 overall maxed out build. So if I wanted to, I can still upgrade some perimeter, almost get that to an 85. I can go some more free throws. You can put some more standing dunk on the build just by a little bit, but you can see the difference that they nerf when it comes to the 6'2". And then listen, you can put more block on there or just a little bit of heat. It's just a lot of stuff that you can do extra on these builds. You can take that 87 down and now you can update your block, pretty much max out your block, max out your interior. But we ain't gonna get into all that. But y'all can see these 6'2" have been nerfed in NBA 2K26.
So people are, of course, thinking big builds are going to be so amazing in 2K26, and they might really be, like 6'6", 6'7". They definitely could have got a buff. We're going to show that in a minute. But then he also did show, for the people that make small guards and are worried, a 6'1", like the Kyrie and the Currys, and those builds got a very slight buff to their attributes. Do not see it. And I'm gonna explain it more as we go on, but I'm gonna show you a 1.5-minute clip of him showing you guys a 6'6", a 6'7", and a 6'8" to see, because his title says they got a buff. So let's see how much of a buff it got, and I'll be right back.
This 6'6" build, the DeMar DeRozan build, you see, we're actually not able to fully put the vertical on this build. We actually get stopped at a 73. So it seems like 6'6" build got a small boost to their attributes, maybe one or two attributes. But if you see if I go to the free throw, it maxes out with just one free throw. We know how cheap usually free throws are. But now we're going to move up to the 6'7" point guard Magic Johnson build. Now this is a 6'7" PG, by the way. And when I upgrade the stats for this build, you see the vertical actually are 10 attribute points down. We're only able to get to a 56 vertical on this build. And then if I upgrade it to the free throw, you see I get to a 78 free throw. So it seems like probably like 9, a little bit more than 9 attributes, but for 6'7" builds, at least for the lower attributes of vertical, even though vertical does cost a bit for 6'7" build. Now this is the final one. This is the one right here, the Carmelo Anthony build right here. Now this build is at 6'8", 145, 6'9" wingspan. So we're about to put this one in for the last one to show y'all what the differences is on the 6'8". Now for the Carmelo Anthony build, you see for 6'8", we actually are a couple attributes shy of being able to get that 65 vertical. Now again, we know vertical costs a little bit more for builds this tall, but if I put this free throw of one, that will max out the build. So pretty much just 2 attributes shy.
So yeah, some of the small builds got a little bit less attributes when you compare them to 2K25.
This little thing helped me more than my last therapy session. It's called the Panty, a lifelike plush toy designed and powered by AI. It makes you feel loved, supported, and helps during tough times. The Panty uses AI-powered motion sensors that gently react to your touch. So when you cuddle it, it actually cuddles back. It's the kind of gift your girlfriend would love you for, and your little ones wouldn't stop hugging. The brand is so confident you will fall in love with the Panty. Click shop now and thank me later.
And then some of the tall builds got a little bit more, but there's nothing significant there, all right? What we need to hope for, again, is that we just do not have one height in one position like 2K21 Next Gen that immediately ruins the builder for the entire year. It wasn't meant to be like that, okay? So that is what we do not want. And also like 2K23, for example, you know, the quick drop made the tall builds way better because you didn't have to go high driving dunk. So there's so many determining factors that can say, hey, this is a reason why the builder is, you know, catered very much to the tall build. Like, we can't really say anything right now. But look, everybody's been making build videos for 2K26 because of the similarities that we've seen so far on 2K26 builder compared to 2K25. A lot of YouTubers, right? And 19, my boy 19 on Twitter said, everyone dropping build vids and the game ain't even out yet. I respect the hustle, but damn. All right, so look, you guys have not seen me make a build video, a dedicated video where we're going, okay, this is all the news we have and what we've seen from the 2K26 builder. It should be pretty similar to 2K25. Here are some builds I'm thinking about, stuff like that. I'm not going to do that unless we get a lot more information, which we will be pretty soon from the events and all that. But I'm not making a dedicated, you click on, you're seeing builds the entire video. However, you didn't even know, I didn't market this to you as a build video, that I do want to look at one 6'2", where I hopped in the 2K25 builder with the information we have so far, the 3 max plus 2s, the 3 max plus 1s, and the build specializations. All right, I'm going to get into a live commentary where I open up this build. I just want you guys to tell me if you think small guards are going to be useless in 2K26, because I just do not see that. Up into it is based off of 7 cap breakers. So your first, like, Superstar 3, you're going to get this very early on, your first set of cat breakers, and then your +2 for the build specializations, okay? So if we were going off 12 cat breakers, 17, of course, we can make it even more overpowered. But check this out, guys. 70 driving dunk, you're going to get your park dunks, which I really like. I don't think you really need much more on a build that's like this. 45 standing dunk, you get your 2 packages, blah, blah, blah. +5 is going to go into your 3-pointer. You're going to have 5 legend badges right there. Then you're going to do your build specialization on ball handle. You're going to get 2 cat breakers, and it'll give you a 96 ball handle. So that's going to give you the Steve Francis dribble moves in 2K25, and then Hall of Fame Unpluckable. Hall of Fame Unpluckable is where you're going to use your first Max +1, and you're going to have Legend Unpluckable, okay? Now, you're also going to use your Max +2 to get Legend Lightning Launch. So, 5 Legend badges, Legend Unpluckable, Legend Lightning Launch, and then I still have interior defense just in case interior does matter in 2K26. We don't really know yet. But look at this, man. We got a 92 perimeter. So you can Max +2 your on-ball menace and challenger, or you can switch it around on-ball menace and big dodger. You'll have 2 legend badges here as well. And keep in mind, we still have 1 more Max +1 to give you Legend Glove or Legend Interceptor. I would probably do Legend Glove. So please tell me how, from what we're looking at, the builders are pretty similar right now, how a small guard is not going to be still really good in 2K26. 5 legend badges, Legend Unpluckable, Legend Lightning Launch, Legend On-Ball Menace and Challenger, Legend Glove. And you still got 85 speed, 89 rebound. You got the 73 strength for the gold strong handles. We have bronze rebound chaser. We have interior defense. I mean, I don't know. All right, I don't know why I said 89 rebound. I was talking about the agility, but you guys understand what I'm talking about. And I think we still had 1 more Max +1 there. Like, you can make some crazy small guards in 2K26 from the information we currently have. Now, 2K dropped the top 10 blocker ratings, and people were like, what is going on? I don't know what happened, but 2K does not have Anthony Davis even on this list. They got some guys over him that are insane to me. I'm glad
how you doing? Curry has 99 3.
Other person above 90 is Kevin Durant at a 91. So I'm not
this channel is here for you.
That. Like,
you hate yourself, come here and vibe. You heard on me, Shout out to Bonta homies. You been on the Bonta road? Shout out to Bonta homies.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, you have your top 10 Steve the Ball, De'Aaron Fox, John
You are not a loser.
Stuff like that. You
got coolest nigga I ever met. I don't even know you yet. Oh shit.
Now throughout the year, so that's why I'm doing it. But we have our top 10.
Leah, I don't know what's top.
You don't play now.
You ain't a loser though. You here with us. Shout out to Ante.
We got Shea at a 95, Jalen Brunson 95, James Harden, Kevin Durant at a 90.
Shout out to Ante, right?
Those like 7 foot tall.
Nope. Oh shit!
Top 10 steals.
And that was a foul, dude.
So Dyson Daniels, Scottie Pippen Jr.,
Dyson Daniels.
All these types of players. You guys just let me know if you agree with these at all. But Shea is in like all of these, which is insane. He's not like at the top, but he's in like all of these, bro. It's crazy. Top 10 mid-range shots, he's there at a 97. Jokic 98, Kyrie 98. So
everyone's out here with their little 20-watt chargers, but this bad boy, it's got 120 watts.
Nimhard, man, that's insane. Bro is a...
You good, bro. You ain't fat. Fuck out of here. Niggas love you out here. We don't even know you. On D.
I am coming to y'all today to once again just clear up some things, because I feel like statements like this and the interaction I just had on Twitter is what's just literally causing a lot of confusion, and then what leads to the imbalance of NBA 2K if the dev team actually listens to some of y'all, right? Again, but I feel like this is a common misconception, and I want to go ahead and address it, okay? So NBA 2K dropped the top 10 mid-range shooters in NBA 2K26, okay? And as you can see, Jokic is with a 98, Kyrie Irving 98, KD 97, Booker 97. I mean, you can go down the list and you can see Curry's at a 97 and DeMar DeRozan's at a 96. And then you got McBride at 96 and Middleton, okay? Now, to me, I looked at it, I was like, all right, you know, nothing too crazy. But somebody said something, right? And he was like, yo, Steph Midi is not better than Debo. And definitely not even with Shea. This is bad. Now, I thought he was trolling. I'm like, first of all, anybody that knows ball knows that, you know, Steph Curry is not only he's the greatest shooter of all time, right? And if you play basketball, you know, mid-range shooting, it is dead, but if you can shoot, right? You can hit a three-point shot, you can hit mid-range. Is a mid-range a little bit more difficult than a three-point shot? That's up for interpretation. If you practice more mid-range, it's easier to you. If you practice more three-point shots, then obviously it's easier shooting three-point shots, right? I mean, there is certain spots on the floor that are obviously easier to hit shots. That's why most people shoot there, which is, of course, going to be the corners and the top of the key, right? And just a little background myself, I played D1 basketball also, and I was a shooter, right? I was a three-point shooter. I led when I was a first-team all-conference, all-region in basketball, and that was my thing. I shot a lot of three-point shots. And a lot of people don't know, Steph Curry was my teammate. Dale Curry was our coach. So, of course, I know a lot of, you know, I know basketball too, right? I know I play pro baseball, but I know basketball. So, I mean, but if you follow my channel long enough, you know this, okay? I was a D1 basketball player, D1 baseball player, and I played professional baseball. So, needless to say, I was a hell of an athlete. I was a good, you know, just good athlete, good player. But I'm just giving you a rundown of the shooting aspects from a shooter perspective, okay? Now, this is what bothers me. When someone says that, come on, DeMar DeRozan and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are better shooters in the mid-range Steph Curry is blasphemous, right? But people believe that, and okay, if you can believe that all you want to, that's one thing. But then, of course, you know, I had to come back with numbers, and I said, hey, just to let you know, Steph, for a career, has a higher field goal percentage than all these guys on the list, except for Jokic and KD, right? Duh, Steph's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Of course, a foot inside a three-point line, he's still going to hit it at a very high clip. I mean, come on, he's a shooter, right? And the only people that have a better, higher mid-range percentage than him is just Jokic and KD. But then I also said, and it's 8th all time. Steph Curry has the 8th highest field goal percentage from the mid-range all time. But no one should be surprised by that because Steph's considered the greatest shooter of all time, right? But this is what really bothers me, and I think a lot of people, this is what they think of, right? He said, minimal attempts compared to other guys who shoot a higher degree of difficulty from the midi. I'll give him a 95 midi, but he shouldn't be above my man Debo for rating purposes. Now, there's so many things wrong with this statement, and the first thing I'm just going to go ahead and first of all, minimal attempts. When has volume surpassed efficiency? Just because you shoot more in the mid-range doesn't mean you're a better mid-range shooter. We can name, listen, guys, everybody has their favorite team. You can name somebody on their team that shoots way much more than they should because there's someone else on the team that's a better efficient scorer, right? Kevin Durant has never led his team in field goal attempts. He only did it once. I'm sorry. He did it once, and that was in 2018. Every other year, Kevin Durant there's someone else on his team that shot more than him. Now, again, he did play Russell Westbrook a lot, so I'll let you know. But that's a prime example. Russell Westbrook shot way much more shots than him. That doesn't mean he's a more efficient scorer than KD. So that is just ridiculous to say that Steph Curry should have a lower mid-range shooting than Debo Samuels and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because they shoot more in the mid-range. That makes no sense. But then the second part, okay, he said also they shoot a higher degree of difficulty from the midi. All right.
Mr. Brand. They signed the tempo for some of the movement.
right, we got stuff. Rating, and again, Betty, I think I replied back to that. I said, nah, rating
WWE WrestleMania 42 is still 8 months away of planning ahead. And it does seem likely that they already know what matches they want at the top of the WrestleMania 42 card as they continue now to build in this post-SummerSlam era, go towards Survivor Series, into the Royal Rumble, and then to WrestleMania 42. So what matches could main event WrestleMania 42? It's never too early to speculate. And I'm going to give you the two that I think make the most sense as of right now, based on some of the hints and some of the teases that WWE is dropping as to what's next. Before we get into it, I appreciate you guys' patience. I know we haven't done a video on this channel in over a week. That's probably the longest we've gone in quite a while. I have been under the weather, completely lost my voice, and simply just have not felt great at all. And so every time I try to do a video, the voice just could not do it. And so finally, we're back to at least giving this a try. So again, I appreciate you guys' patience and hopefully get back to doing our regular videos here moving forward. But let's talk about these two potential WrestleMania 42 main events, because I know people, again, are already kind of speculating, wondering as we look ahead. We know exactly what it's going to look like in terms of logistics. It is in Las Vegas again and all that. And I think for me, one of the main events ties into that. The fact that they are going